Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you the best new console mods in Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager. Now I've got over 50 different mods here that I think flew a little bit under the radar from our recent drops, and I've covered every single console mod drop since the mods came out last October, and I want to dive right in, not to waste anyone's time, with Havsglimt's subclass mods. Now yesterday I posted a build for the Circle of the Winter Druid, but these class mods are just fantastic. They're based on different homebrew, they're not super overpowered, and they fit well within Baldur's Gate 3, most notably the Aberrant Mind Sorcerer, which feels like it makes perfect sense because one of the origins for this subclass is actually the story of Baldur's Gate 3. We also got things like Circle of Blood Druid, Grim Surgeon Rogue, College of Tragedy Bard, Lunar Sorcery Sorcerer, Graviturgy Magic Wizard, Night Domain Cleric, Misfortune Bringer Rogue, Houndmaster Fighter, and Debonair Rogue. Now, I do have builds for a lot of these. If you want to see any more, please let me know in the comments. But all of these are very well balanced and offer a new way to enjoy the game. I just think that they're incredible. So I want to first start off with a group of them here. So we did get a couple more yesterday with the Debonair Rogue and, well, the Circle of the Winter Druid. Now, another group of mods that I think is amazing is ASE's mods. We recently just got the Ghost and Undead here, and that's how you can see myself playing as a skeleton and as a ghostly version of Gale here. So these mods allow you to play as a variety of different undead races. You can be the bloody skeletons, you can be zombies, you can be mummies. So there's a lot of different options here. We also got the Ace Devils here, which lets you play as a Cambion version of all the different characters here. And then it has a bunch of different race versions of these. These are as simple as equipping a set of underwear and then your character changes over. It stays this way during all cutscenes and things like that. So you can literally have your character as a skeleton or even as a kobold in these. They have also released a kobold mod here with a variety of different colors. Kobolds being one of the most highly requested races in the game. We also got the Goblins, which is the catalyst in the first that we received, and it has versions of the Gale, Will. All the characters all have their own version of the Goblins. So yeah, these mods are all incredible. I'm also a big fan of the Ace Tall and Small. This actually makes your characters become large, and I know a lot of people are looking forward to things like that, so this is also available on console. They also got their ASE Glamping, which allows you to set up in your own player home, which I'll be getting into a cool player home mod. So yeah, all of ASE mods are great. Pick the races that you want for your playthrough. I'm a big fan of their Ghosts and Undead because I love skeletons. You can kind of play as Fane from Divinity Original Sin 2 with this mod. So yeah, it's really nice. Now, as for an armor mod, I think this one is just fantastic. This is by Artie Henrietta, the Knights and Dames. It adds a lot of new armor sets into the game, and they have full die support, and they're kind of mishmash versions. Like, this is the Armor Persistence with the Robe of the Weave. So you can see Gale has a Robe of the Weave on right here. It takes different pieces from the armor sets and adds them to the different characters. So it gives you this big group of a bunch of different armor here, so you can put them on your character. And you can see from this that a lot of them look just incredible, and some of them are different designs of different armor sets, like the Baldur's Gate Watch armor. I know a lot of people are asking about armor like this. So this will provide a bunch of different appearances, and I know a lot of people are looking forward to things like this. So I'm really glad that this mod is now available on console, as it adds a lot of lore appropriate and just really good looking armor sets into the game. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, this may be it for you. So yeah, this is the Knights and Dame armor set. And next up is the Deadlier Honour Mode by CH. I love this because it makes Honor Mode more difficult, adding more health to the enemies while you're in Honor Mode, but it also adds a bunch of different boss fights into the game. So it changes the health boost up to 60%. Mini bosses get extra health in this. Some will get things like an extra attack or the alert feat, which previously didn't have it. Almost all enemies will get a weakened version of Misty Step, Polymorph, and Lesser Restoration. They also might deal more damage or have different legendary effects that are more deadly. So a lot of different changes overall to the game mechanics here. This also doesn't have to be done in Honor Mode. You can do this in Tactician Mode. But what I think is best is it adds a few different fights to the game, like the Artificial Arbiter, the Alice boss fight, mini boss in the Vort of the Lower City. So it's really cool. You can see here from this mod, it just adds a bunch of different, here's the Mind Watcher and Lieutenant Saraith. Yeah, lots of really great new fights into the game. The Cleric Beast, if you're a Bloodborne fan, you'll love this. Yeah, Deadlier Honour Mode. If you're looking for some more challenge, this is definitely one to check out. There's the Alice fight. So yeah, this mod's made by CH. And this is something people have been asking for a while. The GabesMod Combat AI and Cooldown Reset for patch 8 by Gabe Escrow here. What this does is it makes it so that you can have your companions be automatically controlled when they're in combat. And there's different archetypes. You can make them a melee fighter, a caster, a rogue, a ranged monk, 4 elements monk, which works a little differently, and the default. This also gets a bunch of different abilities here. There was a previous version of the AI companions that was in this cheater spell mod, but it unfortunately broke with patch 8, and this one works for patch 8. So yeah, people have been asking for a mod like this, and it's available on console. Now, another really cool mod, I've covered this a variety of times, is the Kira player housing Treehome mod. What's cool about this is it gives you an actual place that you can go. It's modeled after Auntie Ethel's little hag area in Act 1. And it's basically, you get an item, you teleport into it, and then this is your new zone. It's future plans to have this actually work as an actual camp place where you can actually long rest there, but at the current moment, you can use it for storage, you can put a bunch of different items there, and you can warp to it in all 3 acts. So it is pretty straightforward. You can customize with the ASE Glamping mod. I think this is really cool, and they also have another mod called the Realtor here, which gives you a bunch of different ones here, and we'll hopefully see this come to console as well, because it adds a lot of the areas to the game as actual kind of player houses that you can warp to at any time, drop your belongings, and it also includes the Treehome mod. So yeah, I'm a big fan of both of these, and I hope we see that other one come to console. Now, we just got this mod 2 days ago, the Fluffy Cat Ears. This one's really cool. It allows you to add cat ears to any character that you want. You can also have them burning. As you can see, there's a little fire on those. Now, people have been asking for a Tabaxi mod. There is one on PC. It's not, it looks a bit cartoonish, I'll be honest. Whereas this, plus the Furry Tales Fluffy Animal Tail Collection by Emerald Techno, these put together can kind of make your Tabaxi or cat person, kitsune, whatever you want to call it. That's not for me, but I know a lot of people really wanted mods like this, so I thought I'd feature them pretty early on because this is a mod that it only has 3,000 downloads, but it deserves a lot more. This is just a great mod for those that want to make a cat person. I'm a big fan of cats, not a big fan of cat people, but again, to each their own. And the Furry Tales as well allows you to make a certain type of character the way you want it. So again, there's a lot of workarounds for race mods not being able to come to console, and this is, I guess, one of them, and it works well. Now, we just got a really cool weapon mod with the Cataclysmic Winterblade Fire and Frost Swords by Skirby. Now, this adds 2 really great swords to the game here. You got the Winterblade double sheath, so you can put these on your back, and then they look like that. So you can have them both sheathed on your back there. I think it looks awesome. So, yeah, this one is obviously cold damage focus. It adds cold damage, and this one adds fire damage, ignoring resistances. And you also ignore resistances on your spells as well. And each of them comes with a bunch of different spells as you level up here. So you got different things like the Hellfire Onslaught, the Cataclysmic Orb. A lot of these are pretty strong. And if you have both of them, you can also use the Frostfire Embrace, and this will allow you to absorb a fragment of the target's soul. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool abilities with these 2 swords, and highly recommend checking these out if these seem like something you may be interested in. They also just have this cool glow to them. So yeah, this is nice. And I guess I may as well talk about the Ninja Girl outfit, which just released on console 2 days ago. This is also by Skirby, and that's a character outfit that I have currently on, plus a cape because I can't really turn around with it on. But yeah, next up, we got ourselves the Scratch and Shovel and Us mod. This is by Sir Callis here. What this does is it actually allows you to upgrade and level up your companions. So Scratch will level up, get new abilities, different things like ability points, saving throws, movement speed, increased jump distance. And then you also get different options for your Quasit. There's like the Vicious or Devilish Quasit here, Loyal Companion. It just allows all these characters here to level up at levels 5 and 10. And then they also get some new abilities here. You can check through the mod for full details on this if it sounds interesting to you. I don't want to really waste too much time on this mod here, but being able to level up your summons is really cool. It also works on Nimbus, the Shadow Magic Sorcerer Dog, which doesn't get any scaling past level 6. So yeah, this is nice to see. For customization, we got the Glitzy Horns mod by Volno here. This adds all these really cool. I've seen a couple of these getting used pretty often now in some people's screenshots. They look cool. Like, this is freaky but cool. So yeah, this adds a bunch of more horns into the game. And with certain mods, you can add these to other characters. There's the Krampus one. So yeah, if you're a fan of that, they got a lot of new horns here. And for more customization, Tav's Hair Salon, 150 new hairstyles. So that's the current hairstyle I have on my character here. Also, you can mix and match these with the Bangs Everywhere mod and the K's hair extensions if you really want to customize your hairstyle even further. It offers some really cool ones that you don't see really elsewhere, and some very unique hairstyles. This one here is the Evelyn hairstyle. I've been asked why isn't it it's on console now, so you can do this dye it black and you got kind of the Evelyn hairstyle. But there's a lot of cool hair options in Tav's Hair Salon, so it's worth checking it out just because 150 of them, there's bound to be like a few that you would find great for your next playthrough. So yeah, highly recommend the Tav's Hair Salon by Tori. And I guess here's the Ninja Girl Deathbringer Assault Sai. It also adds in a couple weapons to the game, so you get a couple Sai. Just little weapons like this, and you just add them onto your character. And it's cool if you're going for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle playthrough, you can run through with something like this. They just look great for ninja playthroughs, or if you want to be Katana, yeah, you can do that with this mod. So yeah, that's a good one. This one isn't really new, but I just want to mention it because I think it's the best head mod in console, and it just got an update somewhat recently. The Koralina's aesthetics, even more heads. I like this one more than there's two of these. The even more heads has my favorites with things like the Chloe head mod here. You can see kind of loosely based on another Chloe. We also have the Arachne face. This is my favorite face that's on console, so yeah, you can use this one. The Anastasia face, Ladis, Diane, Olivia. Yeah, there's a lot of really great faces on the Koralina's aesthetics with their newest update. Highly worth checking it out. And also 5e Cleric subclass combined by Super Dagnoth. This is awesome. They also have the Fighter, Barbarian, and Monk subclass combined, and Ranger now available on console. This adds the Arcana, Forge, Grave, Order, Peace, and Twilight Domain Clerics into the game. And my personal favorite, the Purple Dragon Knight 2024. This is a rehashed version. So the Purple Dragon Knight used to be the worst fighter subclass. I really like this version of the Purple Dragon Knight because this is the only subclass in the game that allows you to have a dragon companion. And I think this deserves a lot more downloads. So check this out if you want to have a dragon companion, because this is the best way to do it. And you stay a fighter, so you get the 3 attacks at level 11. It's pretty strong, but not overpowered. It's pretty balanced within the game of Baldur's Gate 3. Highly recommend this mod. Now, we just got this one 2 days ago, the Maidens of Valhalla Valkyrie class mod. You can make Iron Hair Jars here to be able to revive your companions. It has its own unique, unique resources and some cool abilities here. I also did a video on it just the other day, so if you're curious about the Valkyrie Maiden of War subclass, they also got the Maidens of Daybreak and Valhalla with some different changes between them. There's also a bunch of passives from this class. I think that this is a really cool class mod. Eclipse puts out a lot of really great mods, so check this one out. This one also isn't super new, but I get asked about it often. It's got 215,000 downloads, so it's one of the more popular ones that we're showcasing here in today's video, but this gives you body tattoos. This is something that I think is really cool, and I get people asking if there's any body tattoo mods available on console. We got them. So yeah, this does require you oftentimes to restart a new game, and all the description here has all the information related to that. Just want to quickly showcase this mod by Dungeons and Souls. Also, Scars and Horror head presets by Setastarians, and this is ported over by Eclipse here. This adds some faces that are very different from what we normally get, and I think that that's cool because, yeah, Korra, very cool. So this has some fun ones, especially with Halloween coming up soon. Yeah, you may be interested in something like this because they got some really cool ones here. So yeah, this is the Scars and Horror. I think it's awesome. There's a lot of great head mods by Setastarians being ported by Eclipse. Also, this is another one that's not super new, but I think it deserves more than the 60,000 downloads. This is an incredible mod by Dawnstar. Reason being, it has so many unique VFX. I did a video yesterday talking about all of the Dawnstar's mods. On console, currently, we have Water Spells and Telekinetic Spells. They also have their Dawnstar's Grimoire, which I'm hoping comes to console. But you can see it here. So many unique VFX here on these spells. There's a lot of effort that went into this mod, and I recommend it. I've also posted a Scarlet Witch build, so if you wanted to play a Scarlet Witch and use this mod to get some really fun new spells, you can go right ahead. So yeah, a lot of cool VFX. I'm a huge fan of this. Also download the Water Spells if you haven't already. They're just as great as Mistress Spells. And now we got the Sword Dancers of Eilistraee here by ZX10RX, who made the Mindweaver class mod. This one isn't as popular, and I think it deserves a lot more downloads because it comes with so many unique special abilities here. If you're a big fan of D&D, you'll know what this is. I did builds for both the Sword Dancer and the Dark Song Knight. This one's more of a Paladin. The Sword Dancer is more of like a Bard caster kind of class. I've also done a build of this using base game classes. I think the Sword Dancer of Eilistraee is really cool. So yeah, you can see there so many fun new abilities in this subclass, or this class with 2 subclasses. It's worth checking it out. We also got Necromancy Plus Plus, which came out 2 days ago to console. This is by Clolarian. And yeah, this actually makes a lot of really useful changes to the enemy's AI. There's also the mods there that let you not control your companions, so they'll just attack freely. But this adds a bunch of benefits to each and every single summon here. So Animate Dead can be upcast to summon up 7 skeletons at a time. You can summon in the Death Shepherds here. You got Skeletal Mages, Siege Skeletons, and Skeleton Guards. They also have the casting ones, which can cast things like Ice Storm there. Yeah, if you are a Necromancer fan, this does them a lot better. It's worth playing with. We also got 2 days ago, Blade Melee Cantrips by Leaf1107. So this adds Moving Blade, which is already here, adds the booming condition. Chilling Cut applies Encrusted with Frost. Scorching Slash, which will apply the burning condition. And Blazing Cleave, area of effect, splits between 2 targets with fire damage. So these are based on the Blade Cantrip based on D&D, 5e Booming Blade, and Green Flame Blade. So yeah, if you're looking for more cantrips and melee ones in particular, this is a mod that maybe we're checking out. Mr. Spells also has some similar ones too. Now we also got the Poisey Libre's glossy and metallic face tattoos. I love this because it adds the metallic and glossy coatings from the makeups into the tattoos. So yeah, it makes some new custom characters that look really cool. I use it in a lot of my mod videos. Also, Light Greatswords by Ganishima. This is great if you played Elden Ring, because you'll understand that light greatswords are a cool weapon type. So this adds a few different ones into the game. They're not super based off of Elden Ring too much. They're just a new weapon type. They're long swords, basically finesse and versatile. So we could always use more weapons in the game that are balanced like that. Now this is a great one, the Bloodrager spell pack by Von Smash. What this does is it adds in spells that you can use alongside the Bloodrager class mod, and it can be used with other spell mods. So you can learn this on the Eldritch Knight, Arcane Trickster, Sorcerer, Wizard, Warlock, and of course the Bloodrager, which is an incredible mod. If you played Pathfinder, if you haven't played Pathfinder, I guess basically a Bloodrager is like a Barbarian Sorcerer combination, so you can spell cast while you're raging. Obviously, it's not going to have the same effectiveness as a Sorcerer or a Barbarian. It's kind of the middle hybrid. It's pretty well balanced, and these spells add a bunch of fun new abilities to the game. I'll be doing a video in the future breaking down this spell pack a little bit more in detail, but yeah, you can read through this if you want. They have some really cool new abilities here and new ones as you continue to level up. So yeah, this is great. The Bloodrager class mod is also fantastic too. Now we got the Circleless Shepherd Druid subclass mod here by Incognito Burrito. They add a lot of really fun new abilities to the game. I like this one. It allows you to summon in spirit totems, and there's different versions. Like you can have a Flumph, and it's going to buff up your characters, have a variety of different effects. You also get better summons and things like that related to it. Incognito Burrito's class mods are just great. So yeah, Circleless Shepherd Druid. It's a very fun one. Also, this is another fun one. Poisey Libre's Swashboockler, a pirate boo replacer. So yeah, this makes it's just a fun one. They have a few others here. They have like the Coquette boo, so you can have a cute little boo. I'm hoping the Devil boo comes because I like these ones. It just replaces how boo looks. I'm a big fan of Minskin boo, so I personally like these mods. I just think that they look great. So yeah. Also, Darker Act 3 Blood Moon. This was really added to a console. We have the Darker Act 3 mods as well. So yeah, it makes this have a huge red blood moon. It gives this dark red tint to everything. This is a really fun mod. There's also ones that'll make Act 2 light. There's ones that'll make Act 1 and 3 dark and not have the blood moon, just nighttime. It looks fantastic, and I'm just a big fan of seeing things in this game look a little bit different like this. So yeah, that's the Blood Moon Darker Act 3 mod here by CH. Also, this is a funny meme one. Bald's Gate. This makes every character in the game bald. This is made by Waruk here. Doesn't have a whole lot of downloads, but it was added to console, so I think that's pretty funny. And it's kind of a simple mod, just re-changes all the characters' heads. So it didn't take Larian too long to test, at least, because sometimes people do complain when mods that are funny get released to console, but it's there for some people. Also, if you're a fan of Dragon Age, this makes Astarion look like Solus. Also, I'm going to talk a little bit about some upgrades to mods that recently got dropped to console, like the Eldritch rework of the Arcane Vanguard. Now, if you might have tested this mod months ago, you'll see a lot of changes to this mod. There's so much that went on with this. They did a Dervish rework. They added the Helionaut subclass. They added the Grave Knight and the Ice Quiver. Previously, we only had the 4 subclasses when this mod launched. Sathos puts a lot of work into upgrading these. What's cool about the Eldritch rework is it allows you to select a few different pieces of gear now with this class that works in alongside its abilities really well. So what's nice too is they list out every single thing that comes with this class mod. It has full level 20 support. My favorite is the new Eldritch rework. Once you hit level 20, you get the ability to make one of your team members a warlock. You become their patron, so you can give them a couple level 3 warlock spell slots and some benefits of being warlock, which I think is cool. So you can apply it to your other teammates. They've done a lot of really cool things with this mod. I just want to highlight this because it's such a great mod with so many cool new abilities here. Also, the Dread Overlord Warlock, or Dread Overlord Necromancer now, in-game mod manager by the Dread Overlord. It got a really big rework, which adds a bunch of classes, or a bunch of quests into the game and different things that you can go through and do. It's got a lot of new stuff in this game. I've talked about how much I love the Dread Overlord Warlock. It's a very well done subclass mod. It has some cool abilities that you can summon in necromancers. I've covered some builds of it in the past. I love this mod. I'm going to be doing a future video talking about all the new changes that came with it because there was actually a lot. They put a lot of work into this. And another mod that's, I think, essential to try out at least once is the Ancient Mega Pack plus REL Random Loot mod. This randomizes loot, adds 700 new pieces of gear to the game. It allows you to customize and craft different pieces of gear, go beyond the vanilla version of the game. It also has this here, so you can get random quest rewards, and it gives you a lot more choices when it comes to quest rewards. And then you can also combine and craft things in this. You can also combine and upgrade your weapons. I did a video talking about it in detail because there's a lot going on with this mod, and I just think it's worth checking it out. So there are some of the best new console mods in Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager. We got a lot of really great drops recently, and yeah, I just want to showcase some of the best recent mods that got added here. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. I hope you have a great day, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Also, feel free to let me know your favorite mod in the comments.